Good evening to all my TYIT students out there. So as you know that I am posting the lectures of NGT, that is Next Generation Technologies, and we already discussed some points given here in the list. So just for the sake of a recap, we have discussed what is SQL, that is structured query language, the language used to query the traditional RDBMS databases, okay, that is having a fixed structure, rigid schema, okay. So that is actually an inefficient method when it comes to store and retrieve and update the huge amounts of data, that is big data. Then we have seen the ACID properties of SQL: A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, and D for durability. In detail, we have discussed this ACID properties in the previous lecture. So those who want a detailed description of this ACID properties of SQL, please watch my previous lecture on this. Then we have seen what is NoSQL. NoSQL meant for not only SQL. That means we are opting for certain technologies, certain methods, certain innovations that will help to manage the big data that is not based on the traditional RDBMS technologies. That means we are not opting for only SQL. We have to look for other than SQL technologies. So NoSQL means not only SQL. Okay, then we have seen that base properties of NoSQL. Before going to the base properties of NoSQL, we have to discuss acid versus base. So let's quickly go through that acid versus base thing. Let's start the session. Acid versus base. I told you that traditional SQL or traditional RDBMS technology was based on ACID properties. Matlab, all the transactions have to follow the ACID rules. Atomicity, that means either the transaction is fully completed or it is reversed back to the original state. No in between transaction will be there. Consistency, all the data should be present in the same state, in the same phase, in the same view throughout the servers. Okay, then isolation, no two concurrent transactions are interfering each other. Okay, then durable, once you completed the transactions, once you completed your work with the data, your work, your changes made permanent. Contrary to the ACID properties of traditional RDBMS system, NoSQL solves the problem of using an approach called as base, because we have seen that traditional RDBMS technology is not going to work when it comes to big data, because big data is mostly unstructured. Before actually going to the base properties, let's concentrate on very important theorem, that is CAP theorem. Okay, so it is also called as Brewer's theorem. So the Eric Brewers outlined the CAP theorem in 2000. This is an important concept that needs to be well understood by developers and architects dealing with the distributed database. Okay, the big data is a distributed one. When the data is huge, we will break that data, we will divide the data among the different servers. Okay, so if you are dealing with the big data, the and distributed data as well, there are three basic requirements that exist. These requirements are consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. I told you already that what is consistency. Consistency means that the data remains consistent after any operation is performed that changes the data. After that, all the users or the clients or anyone who is accessing that distributed data from any part of the world will see the same data, will see the same state, will see the same face of the data. The next requirement is availability. Data must be available 24/7. Third one is related to that availability, that even if some of the servers failed, even if some of the servers are not able to communicate with one another, in that condition also the system will continue to function. The system have to continue to function. System must not collapse. Okay, CAP theorem says that at any point in time a distributed system can fulfill only two of the three guarantees. Okay, so if you are having a distributed system, it can be consistent as well as available at the point. Okay, it can be consistent and partition tolerance, it can be available and partition tolerance. So you can see the figure, if it is consistent and available, then it is RDBMS, traditional RDBMS. If it is consistent and partition tolerance, that means you can see the same face of the data everywhere, anytime. And it is partition tolerance, that means servers, if the some part of the servers are not able to communicate or they get down, so system is still working, system is not collapsing. Okay, system is not shutting down. So if it is there, the property of consistency and partition tolerance, then it is MongoDB, HBase, Redis. These are distributed databases which handle the big data. So we are going to study in detail the MongoDB. Now the base. We have seen acid. Now in opposite to that acid, there is a base. Okay, base, BA for basically available. So system must be available, system must be functioning, system must be accessible according to the CAP theorem. Next one is soft state. There is no sharp transition from one state to another. There is huge data to handle, there is big data to handle. So the state transition will be soft. Gradually the state will change from one state to another state. The changes will not be sharp, changes will not be at once. Okay, it will take some time to come to a desirable, or you can say a stable state. Okay, then next one is related to that soft state only, eventual consistency. We are having a large data to handle, we are having several servers running at that moment, so we have to be consistent. This is going to take some time, means the system will attain consistency, no doubt, but in the long run, gradually the system will come into a consistent state provided no input is sent to the system during the time. Means उस टाइम में जब सिस्टम अपना कंसिस्टेंसी ले रहा हो, द सिस्टम एक स्टेबल स्टेट पे पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहा हो, उस बीच में आपको नए चेंजेस नहीं करने। अब ये तो प्रॉब्लम हो गई, आप कहोगे भाई इतना बड़ा डेटा है वो अपडेट होते रहेगा तो मैं फिर बैठ के क्या करूँगा, हम तो आइडल हो जाएंगे, उसके कंसिस्टेंट होने टाइम पे हमको दूसरा काम करना है। दो चार सर्वर्स मिल के कमिट करते हैं एक चेंजेस को, कहते हैं कि भाई हाँ ये चेंजेस हो गए, अब आप नेक्स्ट काम कर सकते हो। अब पीछे से वो लोग धीरे 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 अपना अपडेट करते रहते हैं। सो जो स्टार्टिंग के सर्वर्स होंगे वो हैंडशेक करेंगे, अपने आप को अपडेट कर लेंगे, अपने आप को कंसिस्टेंट बना लेंगे और मैसेज सेंड कर देंगे कि सिस्टम कंसिस्टेंट स्टेट पे पहुंच चुका है। और पीछे से जितने सर्वर्स होंगे वो अपने आप को धीरे 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 अपडेट करते रहेंगे। दैट इज कॉल्ड एज इवेंचुअल कंसिस्टेंसी। ओके, so that was the property of base. Now advantages of NoSQL. Not only SQL, obviously I told you SQL is structured, it has a fixed structure, it has fixed format, it has fixed schema. Okay, so scale in and scale out. NoSQL database is designed to scale out, that is to expand, means on the spot, ऑन द रन देर इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। एक रो में आप 3 डेटा डाल सकते हो, दूसरे रो में आप 5 डाल सकते हो, तीसरे रो में आप 6 डाल सकते हो। दैट मीन्स स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट फिक्स्ड, स्ट्रक्चर इज फ्लेक्सिबल इन NoSQL. The next, manageability and administration. NoSQL database are designed to mostly work with automated repairs, distributed data and simpler data models, लीडिंग टू लो मैनेजेबिलिटी एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। ज़्यादातर काम जो होता है वो ऑटोमेटिक होता है, तो ज़्यादातर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम इसमें नहीं होता है। नेक्स्ट एडवांटेज है लो कॉस्ट। ऑब्वियसली इट इज़ डिज़ाइन टू वर्क विद अ क्लस्टर ऑफ चीप कमोडिटी सर्वर्स इनेबलिंग द यूजर्स टू स्टोर एंड प्रोसेस मोर डेटा एट अ लो कॉस्ट। ठीक है, तो सर्वर्स की जो प्राइस होती है इसमें बिग डेटा में वो चीप होती है, कम होती है। ठीक है, देन फ्लेक्सिबल डेटा मॉडल। आई टोल्ड यू ऑलरेडी दैट NoSQL database have a very flexible data model enabling them to work with any type of data. Okay, any type of data, any format of data. You can store an image, next time you can store a number, next time you can store an audio, next time you can store a video. Format you go on changing, no doubt. Okay, they don't comply with the rigid RDBMS data model कि मतलब अगर नंबर के फील्ड है तो आप नंबर ही इंटर करना है, ऐसे कुछ नहीं। ठीक है, next, disadvantages of NoSQL. It's not like that every new technology is not having some loopholes, is not having some disadvantages. It's not the case. Okay, So likewise, NoSQL also has certain limitations, so just have a look. Maturity, most some key features, some important functions, some products are still to fully implement and not still on the to-do list, okay, in the NoSQL. So it is not fully matured yet. It is an ongoing technology. It is an on process technique, okay. Then support. NoSQL is mostly an open source, so support is minimal as compared to the enterprises softwares, okay. Limited query capabilities, what does it means, okay, it's not based on traditional RDBMS approach. So for running a simple query you have to go through a programming, okay, you have to learn the programming. The next, administration. So although NoSQL is designed to provide a no admin solution, I told you in the previous skills that administration is very easy because many features are automatic, but it also requires skills and effort for maintaining the database. Then expertise, obviously I told you that expertise on the technology is needed because it is an evolving area, it is an ongoing technology, it is not fully matured. So you have to be skilled, you have to be an expert for implementing those functions, okay. So next, so the next topic is SQL versus NoSQL. This important question regarding your exam point of view. It has been asked many times. Okay, so either you have to differentiate between SQL and NoSQL, or you have to write like SQL versus NoSQL notes. Okay, so in both the questions you have to write the same answer, that is first one is schema flexibility. I told you that structured query language is meant for structure. You can't change the schema, you can't change the columns structure on the go, okay. But NoSQL is flexible, NoSQL is having flexible structure. You can go on adding rows and columns at any point in time, okay. Complex queries, in SQL you can perform the complex queries, you can perform the nested queries, you can join two tables with the help of primary keys and foreign keys. But in NoSQL there is no join operation, the queries are simple. So is this a disadvantage for NoSQL? No, because we have a technique called as indexing, okay. We are having data distributed on many servers, we have to join the result. So we can search in the index that where is the data we are looking for, okay. We can go quickly to the servers and we'll fetch the data and merge and show it to the user, okay. Updating the data across the tables is probably one of the more complex scenarios, especially if they are part of the transaction. Note that keeping the transaction open for a long duration hampers the performance. A huge problem if you have to update the data across the tables or across the servers, okay, because running a long transaction, keeping the transaction open for a long duration hampers your performance, okay, or it can result into a node failure in between. Now next one is scalability. I told you that SQL is scale in and NoSQL is scale out. मतलब अगर आप SQL रन कर रहे हो और आपको लगता है आपका डेटा ज़्यादा हो रहा है, आपका डेटा बढ़ रहा है, तो आप क्या करोगे, एक बहुत ही महंगा एक्सपेंसिव सर्वर लेकर आओगे जिसकी मेमोरी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, आप उस पर अपना डेटा स्टोर करोगे, आप अपनी मेमोरी को बढ़ाओगे, स्केल इन, ओके। बट नो एसक्यूएल इज स्केल आउट, दैट मीन्स उसको लगेगा अगर डेटा ज़्यादा हो रहा है सो वो चीप सर्वर्स लेकर आएगा और डेटा जो है सर्वर्स पर डिवाइड कर देगा, एक सर्वर पे वो लोड लाने के बजाय बाकी सर्वर पे डिवाइड कर, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज शार्डिंग. देन स्कीमा फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, again we have discussed the same thing in the previous slide, okay. So schema is fixed as we discussed in the previous slide that traditional RDBMS is column oriented database. It will store the data in the form of rows and columns. Okay. NoSQL, we can add one or more column on the fly, on the go. Okay. Then complex queries, I told you that NoSQL database do not have support for relationships or foreign keys. There is no connection between the two tables with the help of primary and foreign key and all. Okay, there are no complex queries, there are no join operations, and I told you why there is no join operation, because the data is huge, data is distributed among many servers. If you have to join the two tables, and it will take a lot of time to perform the complex operation. So alternative to this, we are having the indexing properties, we are having the indexes. Okay, we can search for the data, we can go to that particular server and easily fetch the required data. Okay, data update in case of SQL. Okay, and in case of no SQL, data updation is done differently. In SQL, we have to synchronize data across nodes within a data center, okay, because the data is not distributed, data is not divided among the servers. But here in NoSQL, we have to update the data across multiple data centers. Here the updation is only one data center across multiple nodes, but here the synchronization is among the different data centers only. ठीक है, different data centers. डेटा अपडेट को समझने के लिए आप समझ लो कि एसक्यूएल है और नो एसक्यूएल है. एसक्यूएल में हमको डेटा अपडेट करना है तो एक ही डेटा सेंटर है जिसमें मल्टीपल नोड्स पे डेटा है, वहाँ पे आपको अपडेट करना है. बट नो एसक्यूएल में डेटा सेंटर्स अलग अलग हैं, सर्वर्स ही अलग अलग हैं, वहाँ पे आपको अपडेट करना है. तो यहाँ एसक्यूएल में जो डेटा अपडेट की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी वो नो एसक्यूएल की रिक्वायरमेंट से अलग होगी. ओके, सो नो एसक्यूएल के पास ज़्यादा अच्छे ऑफर्स हैं सिंक्रोनाइजेशंस के. Scalability, we already discussed the scalability, we already discussed the scale in and scale out features. Why scalability is not a big issue in NoSQL? Because it does not perform the complex queries, it does not have the join operation and all, so it can easily divide its data. Okay, because the data is not linked, so when the data is not linked, it becomes very easy to divide the data on different servers. So these are the questions here from the previous session also. So just go through these questions and please make a book and write down these questions answer as an assignment. Okay, thank you so much for attending the lecture. Thank you.